Phil, so the electorate is pretty displeased. It tends to be that way in polls, though, right?
Yeah, that's true. Look, people are never really super happy with how things are going. But right now, I think there's a definite, you can see it in the numbers right now that it's deep. And who benefits from that? No one else but Donald Trump. And it's not just Donald Trump, but it's also the outsiders in general. This is a theme we've seen, Vani, over the last couple weeks, where you see Donald Trump once again in the Bloomberg Politics National Poll out front at 21%. Following him closely behind is Ben Carson. And it's Ben Carson's rise over the last 3 weeks that's been probably the most impressive because he's come from single digits into a legitimate #2 candidate. The other one that I was actually interested to look at here, obviously Carly Fiorina up 10 points since our August poll to 11%, had a great debate performance, has tried to parlay that into big fundraising in the last couple of days. You're going to see more of her, but there's also going to be a lot more pressure on her coming forward.
And of course, this Quinnipiac poll was taken after the CNN debate, right?
Yeah, this is the Bloomberg Politics poll, Vani, that was taken after the CNN debate. So these are the newest numbers we've got. One of the interesting things that I like to pick out of all of these numbers right now is favorability ratings. People don't understand why Ben Carson has risen, right? He's a retired neurosurgeon, no political experience whatsoever, just kind of new to the national scene. His favorability right now, 68%. Just 10% have an unfavorable view of him. Vani, that's an absurd number. Now, Marco Rubio also with a favorability number that's pretty high, but everybody else is in the 50s and 40s.
Exactly.
Want to know why Ben Carson rises? It's because of that.
I want to know as well, because Trump has a 51% favorability and a 40% unfavorable rating. So basically his unfavorable is pretty high as well. Is that a good thing, though? Does it show at least that there is a reaction as opposed to Ben Carson's 10% unfavorables, which might mean that people are a bit apathetic?
I think what's interesting about the unfavorables is usually what happens is a candidate, when he's new, will have high favorables and low unfavorables. People like him when he bursts out of the scene, and then it starts dropping down. We've seen it with Hillary Clinton. Her poll numbers, her favorability has dropped over 10 points in the last 3 months. How Ben Carson's favorability drops now that he's kind of jumped onto the national scene, Vani, that's what I'm interested to watch over the next couple of weeks.
Washington is closed down, I imagine, Phil, for the Pope's visit?
Yeah, no question about it. Big day yesterday at the White House, but today, the joint meeting of Congress, very interesting to watch.